Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello, people of South Africa. Have you ever come across this line that says, I'm not motivated by money. I'm not driven by profits. I'm not motivated by money. I'm not driven by profits. I think I should debunk bogus in that line. I'm not motivated by money. I'm not driven by profits. Shut the fuck up and listen. Wait. Before you freak out, let me explain. What do I mean by this? Or how I construed and predicate my understanding about these things. Okay, before you freak out, let me explain. Let us try to sum up these things that I'm going to list with one belt: profit, salary, income, increment, commission, incentives, revenue. Let me repeat it again: profit, revenue, commission, incentives, salary. I'm just going to sum up all these things with one belt. Let me repeat it again to make sure that you're going with me. I don't want you to get lost in the middle of the park. All right? I'm talking about revenue. I'm talking about salary. I'm talking about commission. I'm talking about incentives. And then I'm talking about as well as, what am I leaving it behind? Profit. Profit, revenue, incentives, commission, and salary. I want to sum these things with one belt. We're going to call it an income. Today, those things are income. Whether it's a salary, it's an income. Whether it's a revenue, it's an income. Whether it's a profit, it is also an income. Whether it's a commission, you're working on sales department, it is an income. Or you're a soccer player, you have salary and some bonuses, man of the match, wherever. All those things are income. I'm going to sum them up with one belt. I'm going to call them income. I'm talking about revenue, I'm talking about profit, I'm talking about salary, incentives, commission, bonus, all those types of capital. I'm going to sum up with one belt and say that is an income. It is an income, right? And then now you find well-educated people, professors in universities with PhDs. Their name starts with Dr. Njomane, Dr. Mkhize, what. You know those labels, academical labels. That means nothing, totally nothing, right? And they say, I'm not motivated by money. I'm not driven by money. Today, I'm debunking that. I have to debunk that because it's a fallacy, it's a fiction, it's ludicrous. It is not rooted in truth. That is disingenuous. There is no authenticity on that thing. Why I'm saying this? Because everyone and everybody is a communist with his family, a socialist with his friends in his cycle, and a capitalist with the world. Let me repeat it again so that you can grasp this very well without a benefit of a doubt. Let me repeat it again. Let me rephrase it for you, or let me paraphrase it for you. Everybody is a communist with his family, a socialist with his friends in his cycle, and a capitalist with the world. Why am I saying this? You can come across people who consider themselves as socialist and communist. You only found out that they socialize only with people in their cycle with their resources. You find people who are communist applying these communist vanguard ideas with their families. Their families can benefit equally when it comes to food and some other resources and what's not and so forth, etc. Right? Though those surroundings, the relatives, people who are around their hood, people who are close to him and all of these things, they can benefit from that principle of him or her labeling himself as a communist. And the friends, maybe some colleagues and classmates and the people that he knows can also benefit on that socialist life that he claims. But in the world as a whole, that person is a capitalist because nobody benefits from his salary. Nobody get clothes from his salary. Nobody get food from his salary. Even if they even if they go and support charities, charity structures in Australia and so forth. Maybe it's things that they do not in regular basis, not regularly. They do it once upon a time, once in a while, and then they can still consider themselves as maybe communist and socialist. I am saying everyone and everybody is a capitalist with the world, right? Okay, now you find these ladies and gentlemen that claims that they are communist and socialist. They are not capitalist. They throw words like stones, towards capitalism. Capitalism, it's all about greedy. It's evil. It's greedy. They actually dismantle it from humanity. Forgetting that the technology that we have today, it's as a result of capitalism, if I could put it that way. I'm sorry if this will sound naive, but this is my perception, and you're more than welcome, to throw your negative connotation to what I'm trying to depict in my speech today. The speech, the agenda, the theme of this speech, it is about within this line, this narrative of saying, I'm not motivated by profit, I'm not driven by money. That is not the case. So let me further explain these things. Why people go to school from the first place? Why do you go to school? They'll justify and say, I go to school to learn, to have access on information, to have access in knowledge, to enlarge my territory of my subconscious, my journal. I wanna load information. I wanna pack information, knowledge, and everything. I'm gonna obtain that in school, right? And we on the same slate on that. I agree. I totally agree with you in a larger degree. In a larger degree, far by extension, if you say you go to school for knowledge, for information, and to learn. But my problem is that people in these days, they have a tendency of discrediting, of scolding, of belittling people who never went to school and label them as uneducated one. If you will shift a little bit back, if we can retrieve back in ancient times, can we consider that people who were living in 1880s or in 1780s, while school was not even introduced to humanity, can we consider that people were not educated at that time? There were no people who were like intellect, who had this cognitive intellectual thinking capacity. Can we consider that there were no such kind of people? Totally no. The problem is that we must acknowledge and embrace evolution, but it must not deceive us. That is why I'm here to debunk some falseness that is being inflicted into your mind to believe that for one to have an understanding in something, for one to have knowledge of something, to be profound of something, he should go to school. No, no, no. School is not the only way. There are quite plenty variants, alternative ways of studying. School is not the only way. And the other thing that I should debunk about school is intentionally made to be expensive, especially university, tertiaries. They are made to be expensive by purpose so that it could not accommodate everyone, because it is known that not everyone affords to pay maybe 50,000 to 60,000 like school fees in tertiary institution. So that on its own, it is literally arguably being incentivized so that the school cannot accommodate everybody. Those few people who've got some couple of rands to take their child to tertiary institutions, they will be privileged. And we should also consider the fact that life is unfair. Some parents afford to take their offsprings to school. Some parents are not affording to do so. Government can take up to maybe 50 to 60% range of students that they can accommodate in tertiary institutions. So the rest of the 40% will remain uneducated. So we understand those dynamics, of how the government works, as well as wealth, economy, and finances as a whole. So For people to say, especially like professors, they say it with boldness, with audacity, arguably saying, I'm not driven by profit, I'm not motivated by money. If you're not motivated by money, could you please excuse yourself from working in university and seek a minimum wage? Go and work in construction if you're not motivated by money. Leave that 50,000 or 40,000 that you earn in university as a tertiary professor. Go to work in construction because you're not motivated by profit. You're not driven by money. Go and work in construction, or create a CCAS and a caucus. Concoct some of your colleagues to go on strike and say the money that we earn is too much. We want a decrease in our salary. We want it. Elethu asiye khona. Iningi le mali esiholayo. We're not motivated by money. We're not motivated by profit. This is too much money. Decrease this money so that other people can get money. Because it is wrong to take tons of money and give it to us, to private, to us as what you might call this, college professors. Why are we earning a lot of money while a guy that works in a construction earns like 1,800 a month, or either 4,000 rand a month? Why are you giving us 54,000? Because what that man does, it's a hard labor. It requires a lot of strength, masculinity. So he also deserves to earn better wage. Why don't you find these professors who are saying they are not motivated by money, quitting, abdicating from their thrones in university and go and seek for minimum wage job? Why are they not incentivized to do so if they are not motivated by profits, if they are not motivated by money? They remain within the parameters of universities and keep their jobs and maintain their jobs and maintain their employment just simply because they are motivated by money. They chase money. They are driven by money. It's fine. They can try to unpack this thing of money and say, this is profit, this is revenue, this is commission, this is incentives, this is salary. It's one thing, baby. It's an income. At the end, it's an income. You can call it whatever way you want to call it. Label the way it suits you. Profit and salary, it's one thing. What do we call it? It's an income. It becomes one thing. It's an income. It is an income. Let that sink into this box. Salary, incentives, commission, revenue, profits, salary, all those things are one. I'm gonna roll them with one belt. It's an income. So you decide how you want to receive your income to pay your own bills. So do not belittle or discredit or lash on people who are making profit because you're making salary, because you use academics to have an increment in your salary. That is why you will never go voluntary, go on strike and say you want your salary to be decreased. You'll never go that extra mile. Let me repeat it again. Let me rephrase my statement. Everyone is a communist with his family, and a socialist with his friends, and a capitalist with the world. This is Gavon Tusi. Uhlala emthini njengenyoni, umshana kanzima unogwajobhajwa ayikhulula iqhilo lokuqala la igotha emhlane ibhubese elizingela lodwa asuthe wonke uchitha umcimbi uzojeza. Ashe